Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I am your host, Tony Cook. Thank you for joining me today on my first episode ever of the new series I'm starting called, as you heard, the Faithful Fan Show. On this show, I'm going to be discussing sports with you guys, culture, a little bit of culture, play a little bit of my original music for you guys in between, but what I'm basically going to be doing is giving you guys my calculated opinion, and that's all it is. These aren't facts, in my mind, they're facts. You could look them up, but on this show there'll be my calculated opinions. You could weigh in on them in the comments if you feel like you disagree with some of them, but that is how it is. I felt like I was gonna make this show basically because I had time and I wanted to spend my time talking sports with you guys because I talk sports with everyone. I was a 3-sport athlete in high school, so sports pretty much consumed my entire life. And if anyone knows me, I'm a Cowboys fanatic. Yeah, that Cowboy Nation, and I'm a Lakers fanatic, so that Lake Show go. Go LeBron this year when it start back up. With that backdrop, I'm going to get right into it for my first episode. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the NBA and a little bit about the NFL. I'm going to start with the NBA and start with where we left off. Rudy Gobert gets COVID-19. The COVID-19 virus, of course, and the whole NBA shuts down immediately, as they should have, to protect the rest of the players. Other players did end up testing positive for the COVID-19, but in terms of Rudy Gobert, that's the main, that's the last straw that broke the camel's back and got the league to shut it all down and press pause. Hopefully just press pause, hopefully it's postponed and not, taken all the way out. I'm trying to see a 2020 playoff series between the Clippers and the Lakers and the Lakers and the Bucks when it get there, because that's how I feel. NBA predictions when it does, because we know it will when it does start back up. On the west side of things, Western Conference Finals, I see it being a two-man race. No one's really in it with the Lakers and the Clippers to me. And like, if it came down to it, it's a 7-game series. But you got to give it to LeBron James, the king. Come on. Y'all saw it in the last week before the whole season got shut down. He took his belt off on Kawhi Leonard. Let everybody know, like, when he really wants to get down and dirty, guard Kawhi. When Kawhi guards him, he was up for the challenge this time, dunked on him a couple times. He's not intimidated by the Clippers, and I felt like that last game showed it, and it helped for momentum. Sadly, it stopped the momentum a little bit, but I think the last laugh was with the Lakers, and that's going to do them a big favor when they play in the Western Conference Finals. And then when you go to not the West, sorry, that was just the West, the East. The Bucks are the team that I see pulling through. Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, it's his league after LeBron passes the torch. When he passes, he hasn't done it yet. He's still balling. And I think they're going to overcome the Raptors. That's probably the number 2 team in the East right now. I like Lowry. I like Siakam. I like Van Fleet. I like their whole squad. They have a real deep squad, real good, solid, good squad with good chemistry. They always make it to like the top 3 in the East every year, no matter what. All-star or not, Kawhi or not, you know what I mean? But still, all that being said, Milwaukee Bucks, they come out of the East to face the Lakers in the finals. And in a 7-game series, another tough series I would see because they're no joke. They got a lot of size just like us. So our strength is their strength as well, but they also have the Greek Freak. And he does a little bit more for you on defense than LeBron does right now. I mean, who knows? LeBron might turn into beast mode LeBron in the finals, and when we get to the finals, and he might ball out against Antetokounmpo. But when that time comes, we saw the week before the league shut down, LeBron took his belt off on Antetokounmpo as well, busted him up. He was frustrated. He's gonna have to develop some type of jumper or outside game if they're gonna beat the Lakers in a 7-game series. Right now, the Lakers are the favorite to win the finals. Those are my NBA predictions if and when it picks back up. We're gonna do a hard transition into the NFL. Keep it moving. For the NFL, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tell you my division leader for each of the divisions, post-draft, post-free agency, what team I think is favored to win the division. And then we're going to start with the NFC East, Dallas Cowboys. Homer, you could call it what it is, bias, but you could keep it real. we had a great draft. We did not expect CD Lamb to fall to us. We had to go offense. We just buffed our offense up to possibly the best offense in the NFL. If you want to debate me, drop a comment. It is what it is. But that's how I feel. NFC East, Cowboys. They're winning the division. I mean, Eagles, their draft was suspect. What they did in the offseason with the free agency was cool. You know, and Doug Peterson's a good coach, but at the end of the day, the Cowboys got better in free agency and in the draft. They're winning the NFC East. On to the NFC. Let's go to the NFC North. It's a good division. You know what I mean? And I like the Packers, and I like the Packers. I kind of like the Bears, but sorry, Matt. It's got to be the Vikings. The Vikings are the best team in that division. Their defense. If for y'all who don't know, Matt Robinson, he's a Chicago Bears fan. That's why I said sorry, Matt. I didn't want to sound all off the cuff, but yeah, I'm teasing Matt because I think personally that the best team in that division is the Vikings. Hands down, they got the best running back in the division. They have the best defense in the division. No, Chicago has a good defense, but their quarterback play is going to be an issue. They're suspect at that position right now. They got a quarterback battle going on. So for that reason and that reason alone, you got to give it to the Vikings. They had one of the best drafts in the NFL this year. Vikings are winning the NFC North. Let's shift over to the NFC South. Now, my boy Corey's going to be real happy to hear this. Corey Schuler, he's a Saints fan. Who Dat Nation. I feel like they might be the best team in the NFL going into this coming up season. They signed Emmanuel Sanders. So they're in battle with us for best offense in the NFL, if you ask me. Saints are a dominant team. There's a lot of stuff going on. That division is going to be fun to watch with Teddy Bridgewater going to Carolina and, you know, Tom Brady over there with the Buccaneers. It's going to be crazy. And you still got the Atlanta Falcons. That's a tough division. But all in all, the Saints and their coaching staff and their roster on paper, and if you just look at it, Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer. You know, they're going to pull through in that division, I see. And then you shift over to the NFC West, where that's going to be a good division because I don't even like Garoppolo. Let's just keep it real. I don't even like him. If you disagree with me, hit me up in the comments. But he's cool. He's super overrated to me. There's other quarterbacks that should have got paid instead of him. But their defense is still ridiculous. And he's still got weapons. He's still got squad. So I pick them to win that division, even though I favor Seahawks quarterback play over the 49ers. Everything else the 49ers have as a whole is going to be better than what the Seahawks have. Russell Wilson needs some help over there. So after that, we shift over to the AFC. Keep it moving. We'll start with the AFC. Let's start with the AFC East. And in the AFC East, you gotta call it what it is. You gotta call it what it is. And the Patriots are still gonna win that division. The Dolphins had a great draft. I wouldn't be surprised if they came in second in the division and made a big jump. No one's just ready to take that next step. I'm not a Bills believer, even though they smacked the Cowboys on Thanksgiving last year. I'm not a Bills fan, so I'm not a fan of their quarterback. But so with all that being said, Patriots win even without Tom Brady. They win that division. Move on to the AFC. Let's go to the AFC North. That's a tough division. Because I like the Steelers. And I think Roethlisberger's got a couple more years in him. But the ascending Lamar Jackson, he's going to lead them to another division title for sure. I don't see the Browns doing much. I'm cool with Mayfield. I just think he's hype. The whole Brown situation is too hype. If you disagree, hit my comments. But yeah. For the AFC North, I personally gotta give it to the Ravens. I like Lamar Jackson. I like their defense. They drafted a good running back. Yeah, they're gonna be hard to handle this year. They're gonna be super hard to handle. Switching over to the what is it? AFC South. AFC South. That division's gritty. It would have been a lot more interesting if the Texans didn't trade away the best player. That's another story for another day. But yeah, DeAndre Hopkins, he needs to still be a Texan, and Deshaun Watson is going to need some help this year. Let's just say that. I don't know about David Johnson. I like him, but the injuries, it don't add up when you trade David Johnson almost straight up for DeAndre Hopkins. Okay, well, that's a whole nother story for another day. But for that reason, the Texans are not my favorite in that division. It's gotta be the Titans. They're gonna come back again. I like the addition of Tannehill. He's solid. He's solid to me. I like Tannehill. And I like their running game, Derrick Henry. And their defense is nice. Good coach, strict coach. So I see the Titans not running away with that division. It's going to be super tight. It'll be a 10-win team is going to win that division in the end. Okay, and then last division, we're going to go over to the AFC West. And we already know that's almost a no-brainer. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to win that division again. Mahomes is only getting better. He got better from his first year to his second year, won him a Super Bowl. Sky's the limit for that team, man. They drafted well with the little draft picks, the little draft, value that they had. They drafted well. The Chiefs, if you're looking at the whole thing, Chiefs and Saints, AFC, NFC favorites for top. And then the Cowboys are right there. Honestly, I can't give my boy Corey all the shine. Saints, Cowboys. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of the Faithful Fan Show. I appreciate you all for watching. And know that if you guys want to debate with me, my comments are wide open. Just drop a comment. If you have your predictions on the NBA season, if and when it comes back, I want to know. We need to all get on the same page because we know I'm right every time. All right, that laugh was corny. But thank you, everyone, again. The Faithful Fan Show, that's what it's called. Get it stuck in your head. I'm going to keep doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, next episode, we going to do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, next episode, we going to do it again.
Impressive, nothing but perfection, making it my profession. Great first impression. In the paint,